What if I told you that the way you see the world, your job, your relationships, your struggles, is just a story your mind is telling you? What if I said that changing this story could free you from anxiety, stress, and even fear of death itself? This isn't about some life hack or productivity trick. This is about seeing reality as it really is, raw, honest, and liberating. And for that, we need to take a journey through one of the most powerful yet misunderstood ideas in philosophy, the art of letting go. Let's start with something brutally honest. You're not in control of most things: traffic jams, illness, a sudden breakup, a global pandemic. Life happens without your permission. But your mind, it's a control freak. It wants certainty, security, a guarantee. But here's the kicker. Control is an illusion. This is something the ancient Stoics understood deeply. Epictetus once said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." That's it. One of the most liberating sentences ever spoken. When you realize that your suffering often comes from trying to control what isn't yours to control, other people's opinions, the weather, the past, you start to free yourself. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Now let's make something clear. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you stop trying. It means you stop gripping so tightly. You surrender to what is, so you can act with clarity in what can be. Buddhists call this non-attachment. It's not apathy, it's freedom. Imagine holding sand in your palm. Squeeze too hard and it spills through your fingers. Hold it gently and it stays. Life works the same way. This is the difference between drowning in life and flowing with it. Why is it so hard to let go? Because your ego, your sense of identity, needs stories to survive. I'm a winner. I'm a failure. I'm not enough. These aren't truths, they're narratives. Your ego doesn't want truth. It wants comfort, certainty, importance. That's why it clings to jobs, titles, relationships, even pain. The philosopher Alan Watts once said, "Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth." Letting go means stepping outside the ego's game, watching your thoughts instead of becoming them, observing emotions without being hijacked by them. That's where the magic happens. There's a reason monks meditate on death. There's a reason philosophers write about mortality again and again, because nothing strips away illusion like death. It makes every petty argument, every insecurity, every ego-driven goal seem ridiculous. And it teaches us the ultimate letting go of life itself. But here's the twist. Contemplating death doesn't make you morbid. It makes you more alive. When you realize you don't have forever, you stop wasting time pretending. You stop chasing perfection. You show up. You love more deeply. You speak more honestly. You live more fully. Letting go isn't a one-time event. It's a practice, a way of life. So how do we do it? Start with awareness. Notice when you're clinging. Notice the tension in your body, the obsessive thought loops, the fear behind the desire to control. Then, breathe. Ask yourself, is this worth holding on to? Is this helping me or hurting me? Sometimes just naming the attachment loosens its grip. Other times you'll need silence, stillness, space to feel what's beneath the clinging. Meditation helps, journaling helps, spending time in nature helps. But the most powerful tool? Truth. Brutal, beautiful truth. The truth that you are not your thoughts, not your fears, not your titles, not your past. You are awareness, and awareness can hold anything without needing to grasp it. So what happens when you start letting go? You become lighter. Not because life is easier, but because you're not dragging it behind you anymore. You forgive more. You react less. You laugh at things that used to ruin your day. You realize that peace was never out there. It was just buried under layers of clinging. And maybe, just maybe, That's the real point of life. Not to win, not to control, but to see clearly, to love deeply, and to let go again and again until only presence remains. So here's what I'll leave you with. Everything you're afraid of losing was never really yours to begin with. Letting go isn't the end. It's the beginning of real peace, of real clarity, of real freedom. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you something to think about, give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more philosophical reflections. Until next time, let go, be here, live fully.